Yeah, so what does that look like for you right now with this new normal and people starting to return to work? What does that look like for your organization?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to actually have a company that has that kind of culture where it can operate in like a full flexi environment. So meaning that everyone can get their work done, flexible time and a flexible location, anywhere, anytime they want to do. There's always been a dream of mine. But in the past, we have allowed people to work from home before, but there were a couple of rules in place, so it doesn't happen very often. But now that we've done this at scale so successfully, right? Meaning like the entire company, was forced to work from home, and we did it productively. I think we're pretty much ready to adopt this full flexi culture soon. When people can pretty much come in and out whenever they want, as long as they're getting their work done.
And when you say that you think you'll be ready soon, what do you think it's going to take for you to get fully ready, right? Like, what do you think the SOPs might look like, for instance?
Yeah, so for us, there are two main things. Number one, every team lead actually has like a daily morning huddle, right? It's a quick 10 minutes with their team where they just align with each person what they're going to get done today, right? It's pretty simple. So we don't track the amount of time people are actually working, just the results and deliverables every day. So every morning they do that. And then we have this thing called the 3A's in place for remote working. So 3A's, the 3A's being the first A means active. So it means that it doesn't matter whether you're at home or in the office, there should be no doubt that you're actually like in front of your laptop doing work, right? Because sometimes people don't really understand what working from home means. So if you're watching TV or like running errands, but responding to messages, that doesn't actually count as being active. So be very clear on that, right? Being active means actually in front of your laptop doing your work. The second A is being accessible. So anytime someone needs to do a video call with you, you have to be ready to jump on that call. And the third is being accountable. So, with everyone's daily activities, we try to create a system, depending on their role, where it can be measured and recorded somewhere in the system. So if we wanted to review it, we can, right? So with just these, like a morning daily huddle and the 3A's in place, it's been pretty effective for us in terms of running this working from home culture.
So, in closing, then, if more and more companies, like you say, have seen the fruits of this working from home labor and think, okay, this is something that we can take on, this is something that can become permanent, how do you think this is going to change workflow or the way that we end up scheduling our work lives if we are doing a half and half?
I think people will start being more conscious and deliberate in terms of how they schedule their work lives. So what I mean by that is like, it's very likely that there will be certain days that they will designate for meetings and team collaborations. And those are the days that, they will head into the office, right? And then there'll be certain days where they say, I'm going to focus on my individual work today. And those are the days where they will work from home. And I think this will become like a common trend. So like companies might have certain, let's say, for example, Mondays or Fridays where you see the office, being filled with people, and in between a bit more scattered, right? Like Tuesdays and Thursdays, as an example. And the other thing is, not just work. I think even homes, in terms of the places where we live, I think homes will be designed to be a bit more work friendly, and those that have the space, will consciously try to create a workspace at home, perhaps like a designated room, or like have a desk that's suitable for work. So yeah, I think it's really interesting times, and WOB, obviously we care a lot about company culture, even for our employers. So it's something we are watching quite closely.
Derek, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
That was Derek To, founder and CEO of WOB, talking to us about potentially working from home half of the week, which increasingly I think is becoming a part of the working conversation because different surveys and different research is really finding that it is something that employees and employers are keen on. And in some cases, it does actually maximize productivity and prove to be most effective. And COVID-19 has kind of forced the hand of most companies who are wavering on it. A lot of us are currently living through it right now. So the question is, do you want to see this become permanent, where you work half the time at home, half the time at the office? If you'd like to share your thoughts and your opinions, and also maybe even your experiences of having done this, you can call us at 77332900, WhatsApp 018-789-8899, tweet us at BFM Radio, On Twitter, our poll, which is asking the question, given the option, would you continue working from home? 54.2% are saying would split half and half. So it seems as if most of us are in agreement with the fact that in some way or form, working from home has become a preferred norm. Although we do also have Amar on WhatsApp saying half-time in office and half-time at home, unless you agree with your salary halved as well. And I think, I mean, just as somebody who has been doing this half-time, I think that I work as hard or harder sometimes when I'm working from home because you end up, sometimes the hours stretch a little bit more. I would say that in terms of output, it's almost exactly the same. So I would not agree with that statement of getting my salary halved simply because I'm doing as much work. And on top of that, I'm not coming in and using my office's electricity or water. So as Derek pointed out, you could argue that I'm actually saving the organization money. But if you'd like to weigh in, do let us know. You can call 7733-2900, WhatsApp 018-789-8899, and tweet us at BFM Radio. You're listening to the Evening Edition, BFM 89.9.
Thank you for listening to